I Quit My Job, written and published by Audiobooks. The decision to quit your job often comes with an overwhelming sense of guilt, anxiety, and societal pressure. We've been conditioned to believe that leaving a stable job is irresponsible, reckless, or even foolish. However, this widely accepted notion deserves a closer examination, as it may be causing more harm than good in many people's lives. The truth is, quitting your job can be not only acceptable, but necessary for your overall well-being and long-term success. Society has created an unwritten rule that we must endure unfulfilling work situations, toxic environments, and soul-crushing routines simply because that's what responsible adults do. This mindset has trapped countless people in situations that diminish their potential, damage their health, and ultimately prevent them from achieving true financial prosperity. Lesson 1. Is it really okay to just quit your job? The truth nobody tells you. When we look at the hidden costs of staying in a job that's wrong for you, the picture becomes clearer. Every day spent in a position that doesn't align with your values or goals is a day lost from pursuing what could truly make you successful and fulfilled. The opportunity cost of remaining in a dead-end job often far exceeds the perceived security of a regular paycheck. Many people fear the uncertainty that comes with quitting, but what they don't realize is that traditional employment often provides a false sense of security. Companies can downsize, restructure, or close at any time, leaving employees who thought they were playing it safe suddenly stranded. The real risk isn't in quitting your job, it's in never developing the skills and resilience to create income independently. The common myths surrounding job resignation need to be addressed. One prevalent misconception is that having gaps in your resume will permanently damage your career prospects. In today's rapidly evolving job market, taking time to reassess, learn new skills, or pursue entrepreneurial ventures is increasingly viewed as valuable experience rather than a red flag. Another myth is that quitting without another job lined up is always a mistake. While having a plan is important, sometimes a clean break is necessary to create the mental space and time needed to pursue more meaningful opportunities. The key lies in understanding your own circumstances, resources, and capabilities rather than following one-size-fits-all advice. The digital age has transformed the way we can earn a living, making traditional employment just one of many options available. The internet has created countless opportunities for generating income that didn't exist even a decade ago. By holding onto outdated beliefs about employment, we limit ourselves from exploring these possibilities. It's also worth noting that staying in a job you hate can have serious ripple effects throughout your life. Stress from work doesn't stay at work. It affects your relationships, health, and ability to make clear decisions about your future. The toll of remaining in a toxic work environment often outweighs the temporary discomfort of making a change. When considering whether it's okay to quit your job, ask yourself this: is your current position supporting your growth and well-being, or is it merely providing a paycheck at the expense of everything else? The answer to this question is far more important than any societal expectations or conventional wisdom about career stability. The truth that nobody tells you is that quitting your job can be a powerful act of self-respect and a crucial step toward building a better future. It's not about running away from responsibilities, it's about taking responsibility for your life and refusing to accept less than what you're capable of achieving. The key lies in approaching the decision with clarity, preparation, and an understanding of both the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. This doesn't mean you should quit your job impulsively or without consideration for your circumstances. Rather, it means acknowledging that leaving a job that's wrong for you is a valid and sometimes necessary choice for your personal and professional growth. The real question isn't whether it's okay to quit, it's whether staying is costing you more than you realize. Lesson 2. When mental health is more important than your paycheck. The relationship between work and mental health has become increasingly evident in recent years, yet many continue to sacrifice their psychological well-being for a steady paycheck. The modern workplace often demands more than just our time and skills. It requires our emotional energy, resilience, and sometimes even our sense of self-worth. Job-related stress manifests in numerous ways, from subtle changes in sleep patterns to severe anxiety attacks. Many workers experience Sunday night dread, where the mere thought of returning to work triggers physical symptoms like stomach aches, headaches, or overwhelming anxiety. These aren't just temporary inconveniences. They're warning signals from your body and mind that something needs to change. The financial value of a paycheck becomes questionable when weighed against the cost of therapy sessions, medication, stress, related medical conditions, and decreased quality of life. Consider how workplace stress affects your relationships, your ability to enjoy life outside of work, and your long-term health prospects. A job that continuously triggers anxiety or depression doesn't just impact your current mental state. It can lead to chronic health conditions that may require years of recovery. Many people dismiss their mental health concerns, believing they should tough it out, or that everyone experiences the same level of work-related stress. This normalization of workplace suffering has created a culture where burning out is seen as a badge of honor rather than a serious warning sign. Your mental health is not a renewable resource that you can continuously deplete without consequences. The physiological impact of prolonged work stress extends far beyond temporary discomfort. Chronic stress can lead to increased cortisol levels, weakened immune system function, cardiovascular problems, and cognitive difficulties. These physical manifestations of mental strain often result in increased healthcare costs, making that steady paycheck even less valuable when medical bills start piling up. The decision to prioritize mental health over a paycheck isn't just about feeling better. It's about long-term survival and well-being. Consider how many physical ailments disappear when you remove yourself from a toxic work environment. Former employees often report improvements in their sleep quality, digestion, energy levels, and overall mood within weeks of leaving a stressful job. Your capacity to earn money is directly tied to your mental well-being. When you're struggling with anxiety or depression, your performance suffers, potentially limiting your career growth and future earning potential. By prioritizing your mental health, you're actually investing in your long-term financial success. A clear, focused mind is better equipped to identify opportunities, make sound decisions, and create sustainable income streams. The cost of ignoring mental health warnings can extend far beyond the individual. Families often bear the burden of a member's work-related stress through strained relationships, decreased emotional availability, and the financial impact of treating stress-related conditions. Children particularly suffer when parents are constantly stressed, creating a cycle of anxiety that can persist across generations. When evaluating whether to stay in a job that's affecting your mental health, consider the complete picture rather than just the immediate financial implications. Calculate the actual cost of staying, therapy expenses, medication, stress-related shopping or coping mechanisms, and the potential cost of future health issues. Factor in the value of your happiness, peace of mind, and ability to be present for your loved ones. Protecting your mental health isn't selfish or weak. It's a crucial form of self-preservation. Many successful professionals have stepped away from lucrative positions to safeguard their psychological well-being, often finding that this decision led to better opportunities and more sustainable success in the long run. Your mental health is your most valuable asset, and no paycheck is worth compromising it beyond repair. Lesson 3. How to tell people you quit your job without feeling like a failure. Announcing your decision to quit your job can feel like stepping onto a stage under intense scrutiny. The fear of judgment, disappointment, and criticism from others often prevents people from making necessary career changes. However, sharing your choice to leave your job doesn't have to be a source of shame or anxiety. It can be an opportunity to demonstrate self-awareness, courage, and personal growth. The key to confidently sharing your decision lies in developing a clear, authentic narrative that reflects your values and aspirations. Instead of apologizing for your choice, focus on expressing how this decision aligns with your personal and professional development. When crafting your message, emphasize the positive aspects of your decision, such as pursuing new opportunities, prioritizing your well-being, or exploring different career paths. Family members often react strongly to news about job changes because they care about your security and success. Their concerns usually stem from love and worry rather than judgment. When speaking with family, acknowledge their concerns while remaining firm in your decision. Share your plans for the future and the steps you're taking to ensure your financial stability. This demonstrates that you've thought things through and aren't acting impulsively. Professional connections require a different approach. With colleagues and supervisors, maintain professionalism while being honest about your reasons for leaving. There's no need to share every detail. Focus on growth opportunities, career development, or pursuing new challenges. This approach helps preserve professional relationships and keeps doors open for future opportunities. The fear of being seen as a failure often stems from societal expectations about career progression and success. Leaving a job that doesn't serve your growth isn't failure. It's self-awareness and courage in action. Reframe your narrative around personal agency and growth rather than escape or defeat. Your decision to quit might inspire others who are stuck in similar situations but afraid to make a change. Social media announcements require particular thoughtfulness. While it's tempting to share everything, consider your audience and future professional opportunities. A balanced, positive post about your transition can help control the narrative and prevent speculation, Focus on gratitude for past experiences and excitement about future possibilities, rather than complaints about your previous position. Building confidence in your decision involves preparing for common questions and reactions. Practice your responses to questions about your plans, financial stability, and next steps. Having clear, confident answers helps others see that your decision is well considered rather than impulsive. It also helps you maintain your resolve when faced with skepticism or criticism. People's reactions often reflect their own fears and insecurities about career changes. Some might question your decision because they wish they had the courage to make similar changes in their lives. Others might express concern because your decision challenges their own beliefs about career stability and success. Understanding this can help you respond with empathy while maintaining boundaries. Your employment status doesn't define your worth or success. By approaching these conversations with confidence and clarity, you transform what could be an uncomfortable admission into a powerful statement about taking control of your life. This perspective shift helps others see your decision as an act of self-leadership rather than defeat. As you share your news, pay attention to the support and encouragement you receive. Many people will admire your courage and might even share similar experiences. These positive reactions can strengthen your confidence and provide valuable connections for your next chapter. Your decision to quit might be the catalyst for meaningful conversations about career satisfaction, personal growth, and the changing nature of work in today's world. Lesson 4. Should you quit a job that makes you unhappy? The 5-question test. Making the decision to quit your job isn't something that should be done on impulse. While it's true that job dissatisfaction can take a severe toll on your well-being, it's essential to approach this life-changing decision with clarity and purpose. This chapter introduces a powerful self-assessment framework designed to help you evaluate whether quitting is truly the right move for your situation. The first question you need to ask yourself is, does this job align with my core values and life purpose? When your work contradicts your fundamental beliefs or prevents you from pursuing what truly matters to you, it creates a deep-seated conflict that rarely resolves itself. Consider whether your current position forces you to compromise your integrity, or if it's simply taking you further from where you want to be in life. The second question addresses your growth potential. Am I learning and developing, or am I stagnating? A job that offers no opportunity for skill development, advancement, or personal growth is essentially keeping you trapped in place while the world moves forward. Consider whether you've gained any valuable skills or experiences in the past 6 months. If you're doing the same tasks day after day with no chance to expand your capabilities, this is a significant red flag. The third question focuses on your physical and emotional well-being. Is this job affecting my health and relationships? Pay attention to how you feel Sunday evenings, whether you're experiencing physical symptoms of stress, or if your work complaints dominate conversations with friends and family. Consider if you've noticed changes in your sleeping patterns, eating habits, or overall energy levels. Your body often signals job-related stress before your mind fully acknowledges it. The fourth question examines your financial reality. Can I afford to make this change? This isn't just about having enough savings to cover expenses while you transition. It's about understanding your financial obligations, calculating your minimum required income, and having a realistic plan for maintaining financial stability. Consider your current expenses, debt obligations, and the potential cost of health insurance or other benefits you might lose. The fifth and final question challenges you to look ahead. Do I have a plan for what comes next? While you don't need to have every detail figured out, having no direction at all can lead to panic and poor decisions. Consider whether you have marketable skills, a general idea of your next career move, or at least a framework for exploring new opportunities. If you find yourself answering these questions in ways that point toward leaving, it's time to create an action plan. Start by documenting specific instances where your job has negatively impacted your life. This isn't about building a case against your employer, but rather creating clarity about why change is necessary. Look for patterns in your responses that might reveal what you need in your next position. These questions serve as a framework, not an absolute decision maker. They're designed to help you think through your situation systematically and avoid making choices based purely on emotion. Sometimes the answers might reveal that what you really need is a different position within your current company, a conversation with your supervisor about your role, or simply a shift in how you approach your work. Unhappiness at work exists on a spectrum. There's a difference between temporary frustration and fundamental misalignment with your job. Use this 5-question framework as a starting point for deeper reflection about your career path and what you truly want from your professional life. The clarity you gain through this process will either confirm your decision to leave or help you identify specific changes needed to make your current position more fulfilling. The goal isn't to push you toward quitting, but rather to help you make an informed decision based on careful consideration of all relevant factors. When you can confidently answer these 5 questions, you'll have a much clearer picture of whether leaving your job is the right choice for you. Lesson 5. What to do when you have no money and no job, survival guide. Finding yourself without income and employment can be one of life's most challenging situations, but it's not insurmountable. The key to surviving this period lies in taking immediate strategic action while maintaining a clear head. Your first priority should be to assess your current financial situation, including checking accounts, savings, and any emergency funds you might have set aside. Take inventory of all your assets, including items you could potentially sell if necessary. Next, contact your local unemployment office to understand your eligibility for benefits. Many people overlook this crucial step or assume they won't qualify, but unemployment benefits can provide a vital financial lifeline while you navigate this transition. Additionally, explore other government assistance programs like SNAP, food stamps, or temporary assistance programs. These resources exist specifically for situations like yours. Immediately review and categorize all your expenses into essential and non-essential items. Housing, utilities, and food are your top priorities. Contact your landlord or mortgage provider to discuss your situation and explore options for temporary payment arrangements. Many utility companies offer hardship programs or payment plans. Reach out to them proactively rather than waiting until bills are overdue. Your health insurance requires immediate attention. If you had employer provided coverage, investigate COBRA continuation coverage or look into marketplace insurance options. While health insurance might seem like an unnecessary expense when money is tight, going without coverage could lead to catastrophic financial problems if medical issues arise. Create a bare-bones budget that eliminates all non-essential spending. This means canceling subscriptions, memberships, and any recurring charges that aren't absolutely necessary. Look for ways to reduce essential expenses too. This might mean moving in with family temporarily, finding a roommate, or downsizing your living situation. Every dollar saved matters when you're operating without regular income. Focus on preserving your existing resources while actively seeking new income sources. This might mean selling items you don't need, picking up temporary gig work, or offering services based on your skills. Don't be too proud to take on work that might seem beneath your previous position. Remember that this is a temporary situation, and any income is better than no income. Network actively with friends, family, and professional contacts. Let people know you're looking for opportunities, but be specific about what you need. Sometimes people want to help, but don't know how. Make it easy for them by being clear about your skills and what kind of work you're seeking, whether temporary or permanent. If you have debt, contact your creditors immediately. Many will work with you to create modified payment plans or temporarily suspend payments when you're experiencing financial hardship. Document all communications and get any agreements in writing. This proactive approach can help protect your credit score and prevent debt from spiraling out of control. Consider developing new skills during this period that could lead to income opportunities. Many online platforms offer free or low-cost training in marketable skills. Use your time strategically to position yourself for future opportunities while managing your current situation. Build a support system to help you through this challenging time. This might include joining online communities of others in similar situations, connecting with professional networking groups, or seeking guidance from career counselors or financial advisors. Many nonprofit organizations offer free or low-cost counseling services. Look for creative ways to meet your needs without spending money. This might include bartering services, participating in community food banks, or finding free entertainment options. Local libraries often provide free internet access and resources for job seekers. Community centers might offer free or reduced cost activities and services. This situation is temporary, but your actions during this period can significantly impact your future financial stability. Stay organized, keep detailed records of your job search efforts and financial decisions, and maintain a consistent routine. This structure will help you manage stress and make better decisions while working toward improving your situation. Lesson 6. 7 ways to make money when you're completely broke. When you're completely broke, the urgency to generate income can feel overwhelming. However, there are numerous ways to start earning money immediately, even without traditional employment or significant resources. The key is to focus on accessible opportunities that leverage what you already have, your time, skills, and existing resources. One of the most immediate ways to generate income is through the gig economy. Platforms like TaskRabbit, Fiverr, and Upwork connect you with people willing to pay for various services. Whether you can write, design, edit, or provide virtual assistance, these platforms offer a low barrier to entry. You don't need extensive experience or credentials, just the ability to deliver value to clients. Local services present another viable option. Pete sitting, house cleaning, lawn care, or running errands for neighbors can provide quick cash. These opportunities often spread through word of mouth and can lead to regular clients. The beauty of local services is that they require minimal investment, usually just basic tools or supplies you might already own. Selling items you no longer need can provide an immediate cash injection. Beyond traditional yard sales, platforms like eBay, Facebook Marketplace, and Craigslist offer wider reach. Start with electronics, furniture, clothing, or collectibles. Many people overlook the value in their unused items, but one person's clutter can be another's treasure. The sharing economy offers creative ways to monetize your existing assets. If you have a car, rideshare, or delivery services can provide flexible income. A spare room can be rented through Airbnb. Even parking spaces or storage areas can generate passive income through appropriate platforms. These opportunities require minimal upfront investment since you're utilizing resources you already possess. Creating digital content has become increasingly accessible. Starting a blog, YouTube channel, or podcast might not generate immediate income, but it can build into a sustainable revenue stream. Focus on topics you're knowledgeable about or passionate about. While building an audience takes time, platforms like Medium allow writers to earn money from their content relatively quickly. Teaching or tutoring presents another valuable opportunity. Your knowledge in any subject, from academic topics to practical skills, can be monetized. Online platforms like VipKid or Chegg connect tutors with students worldwide. Local tutoring often pays better but requires more effort to find clients. Consider teaching languages, music, art, or even lifestyle skills like cooking or fitness. Participating in research studies or focus groups offers sporadic but legitimate income. Universities, market research firms, and product companies regularly seek participants for studies. While payment varies, some studies offer significant compensation for minimal time investment. Medical research studies often pay particularly well, though they require careful consideration of potential risks. The key to making money when broke lies in starting with what's immediately available and gradually expanding your income streams. Begin with quick cash opportunities while building toward more sustainable income sources. Combine multiple approaches based on your skills, schedule, and resources. Initial earnings might be modest, but consistent effort across several income streams can add up to meaningful money. Most importantly, treat your money-making efforts as a serious business, even if they start small. Keep records of your earnings, track your time investment, and continuously evaluate which activities provide the best return. As you generate income, reinvest some earnings into expanding your most profitable activities. This approach can transform temporary survival tactics into sustainable income strategies. The journey from broke to financially stable requires creativity, persistence, and willingness to explore multiple opportunities. Focus on activities that match your skills and circumstances while remaining open to new possibilities. Your initial goal might be survival, but these same strategies can evolve into permanent alternatives to traditional employment. Lesson 7. How your job actually keeps you financially trapped. Most people believe a steady job is their ticket to financial security, but the reality is far more complex. Traditional employment often creates a sophisticated web of financial dependencies that keep workers locked in a cycle of living paycheck to paycheck, regardless of their income level. The first major trap is the illusion of stability. A regular paycheck can make you feel secure, but it actually makes you vulnerable by relying on a single source of income. This dependency often leads to fear-based decision-making, preventing you from taking calculated risks that could lead to greater financial freedom. You become accustomed to trading your time for money in a linear fashion, making it difficult to envision or pursue opportunities for exponential growth. The cost of working itself is another hidden trap. Consider your daily commute, professional wardrobe, meals away from home, and childcare expenses. These work-related costs can consume a significant portion of your earnings, yet they're rarely factored into salary negotiations or job acceptance decisions. Add to this the time spent preparing for work, commuting, and recovering from work-related stress, and you'll find that your hourly rate is much lower than it appears on paper. The traditional employment structure also creates lifestyle inflation that keeps you financially constrained. As you earn more, you're expected to level up your lifestyle: a bigger house, a newer car, more expensive clothes. This societal pressure, combined with easy access to credit based on your stable income, creates a cycle of increasing expenses that match or exceed your income growth. The result: you're working harder but never getting ahead. Employee benefits create another form of golden handcuffs. Health insurance, retirement plans, and other perks make it difficult to leave, even when better opportunities arise. The fear of losing these benefits keeps many people in jobs they've outgrown, missing out on potentially more lucrative opportunities or the chance to build their own businesses. The tax structure for employees versus business owners or independent contractors also works against traditional employees. Employees typically have fewer tax advantages and deductions available to them compared to business owners. This means you're likely paying more in taxes than necessary, further reducing your actual take-home pay. Traditional employment also limits your ability to scale your income. There are only so many hours in a day, and even with promotions and raises, your income is largely capped by what your employer is willing to pay. This linear relationship between time and money makes it nearly impossible to build significant wealth through employment alone. The retirement system built around traditional employment is another trap. The 401k system encourages slow, steady investing over decades while keeping you dependent on your job to maintain these investments. Meanwhile, the truly wealthy build assets that generate income and appreciate in value outside of traditional retirement vehicles. Perhaps most insidiously, full-time employment consumes the energy and creativity you could be using to build alternative income streams. After a long day of work, most people lack the mental and physical resources to pursue side projects or build businesses that could lead to true financial independence. Breaking free from these traps requires first recognizing them for what they are. Understanding how employment actually constrains your financial growth is the first step toward creating a more sustainable and prosperous financial future. This doesn't mean you need to quit your job immediately, but rather start building systems and income streams that can eventually replace your employment income while avoiding these common traps. The path to true financial freedom often lies in gradually shifting from being an employee to becoming an owner, whether that's owning a business, investing in assets, or creating intellectual property that generates passive income. By understanding how traditional employment keeps you financially trapped, you can begin making strategic decisions to break free from these constraints and build real, lasting wealth. Lesson 8. No work, no problem. Creating income without traditional employment. The traditional employment model is rapidly becoming obsolete as technology and societal changes open new doors for income generation. The digital age has transformed how we can earn money, making it possible to create substantial income streams without being tied to a conventional job. One of the most powerful approaches to creating income without traditional employment is building digital products. These can include online courses, ebooks, templates, or software solutions that solve specific problems for target audiences. The beauty of digital products lies in their scalability. Once created, they can be sold repeatedly without additional time investment, forming the foundation of passive income. Freelancing has evolved beyond simple task completion to becoming a legitimate business model. Modern freelancers are building agencies, specializing in high-demand skills and creating recurring revenue through retainer contracts. This approach allows for greater control over income potential while maintaining flexibility and independence. The subscription economy presents another viable avenue for consistent income generation. By creating valuable content, services, or products that people need regularly, you can build a loyal customer base that provides predictable monthly revenue. This model works particularly well for content creators, service providers, and digital product developers who can deliver ongoing value to their subscribers. Real estate investing, even starting small, can generate passive income through rental properties or real estate investment trusts, REITs. While this requires initial capital, creative financing options and partnership opportunities make it more accessible than many realize. Property appreciation combined with rental income can create both short-term cash flow and long-term wealth building. The sharing economy continues to expand, offering opportunities to monetize existing assets. From renting out spare rooms to sharing vehicles or storage space, these platforms allow you to generate income from resources you already own. This can serve as a stepping stone to building larger asset-based income streams. Online marketplace arbitrage has become increasingly sophisticated, allowing savvy entrepreneurs to profit from price differences across various platforms. This includes both physical product arbitrage and digital asset trading, creating opportunities for those who can identify and act on market inefficiencies. Content creation has evolved into a legitimate career path, with multiple monetization channels available. Beyond traditional advertising revenue, content creators can earn through sponsorships, merchandise sales, consulting opportunities, and speaking engagements. The key lies in building a loyal audience and diversifying income sources within your content niche. Micro-businesses and side hustles can be scaled into full-time income sources through strategic growth and automation. Starting small allows for testing and refinement while maintaining financial stability, then scaling successful ventures through systems and team building. Investment in dividend, paying stocks, and other passive income vehicles can create reliable income streams over time. While this requires initial capital, systematic investment, and reinvestment can build significant passive income portfolios, the gig economy, while often associated with traditional job-like work, can be leveraged strategically to create higher value opportunities. By focusing on specialized skills and building a strong reputation, gig workers can command premium rates and create more stable income streams. Remote consulting and coaching services represent another way to monetize expertise without traditional employment. By packaging knowledge and experience into high-value offerings, professionals can create substantial income while maintaining location and schedule flexibility. Success in creating income without traditional employment requires a mindset shift from trading time for money to building systems that generate value independently. This often involves combining multiple income streams, leveraging technology for automation, and continuously adapting to market opportunities. The key is to start with clear goals, build gradually, and remain flexible in approach while maintaining focus on long-term sustainability. The freedom from traditional employment comes with responsibility for creating and managing these income streams effectively. However, the potential rewards, including greater financial control, improved work-life balance, and unlimited income potential, make this path increasingly attractive for those willing to embrace new ways of generating income. Lesson 9. The Broke Survival Guide: Getting Through Your Toughest Financial Times. When you're facing financial hardship, every decision becomes critical, and survival requires both strategy and resilience. The path through financial difficulty isn't just about cutting expenses. It's about completely reimagining your relationship with money and resources. The first principle of financial survival is understanding the difference between essential and non-essential expenses. While this might seem obvious, many people struggle to make objective decisions about their spending when under financial stress. Your housing, basic utilities, and food are non-negotiable, but everything else should be scrutinized. This doesn't mean living in deprivation, but rather making conscious choices about where every dollar goes. During tough financial times, creativity becomes your greatest asset. Look around your living space. Everything you own is potentially a resource. Unused items can be sold, skills can be traded, and spaces can be optimized. Consider subletting a room, selling valuable items you rarely use, or trading services with neighbors. The sharing economy has made it easier than ever to monetize what you already have. Managing debt becomes crucial during financial hardship. Contact your creditors immediately rather than avoiding them. Many companies have hardship programs that can temporarily reduce payments or interest rates. Document all communications and get agreements in writing. While it might feel uncomfortable, being proactive about debt management often leads to better outcomes than hoping the problem will solve itself. Building an emergency resource network is vital. This includes knowing about local food banks, community support services, and assistance programs before you need them. Many people miss out on available help simply because they don't know it exists or wait too long to apply. Research and document all possible resources in your area, including government assistance, charitable organizations, and community support groups, your health becomes even more important during financial hardship. Without insurance or regular income, a health crisis can be catastrophic. Learn about sliding scale medical clinics, prescription assistance programs, and preventive health measures. Many communities have free health screening events and dental clinics. Take advantage of these resources to maintain your health without breaking the bank. Financial resilience also requires emotional and psychological strength. Create a support system of people who understand your situation and can offer encouragement. Join online communities focused on frugal living and financial recovery. These connections can provide both practical advice and emotional support when things get tough. Develop multiple backup plans for essential services. Know how you'll handle transportation if your car breaks down, where you could stay if housing becomes an issue, and how you'll access the internet if you can't pay for service. Having contingency plans reduces anxiety and helps you make better decisions under pressure. Education becomes your ally in financial survival. Use free online resources to learn about personal finance, budgeting, and money management. Many libraries offer free access to financial education materials and workshops. The more you understand about managing money, the better equipped you'll be to make sound financial decisions. Time management takes on new importance when resources are scarce. Every hour needs to be evaluated for its potential to either save or earn money. This might mean spending Sunday afternoon meal prepping to avoid expensive convenience foods, or using early morning hours for side gigs before focusing on job searching. Financial hardship is often temporary, but the lessons learned during these times can lead to lasting positive changes in how you manage money. Many people emerge from financial difficulties with better money management skills, a clearer understanding of their priorities, and a stronger appreciation for financial stability. While the journey through financial hardship is challenging, it can also be transformative, teaching valuable lessons about resilience, resourcefulness, and the true meaning of necessity. Lesson 10. Why jobs make most people broker than they realize. The traditional employment model has created an illusion of financial security that actually keeps most people trapped in a cycle of persistent financial struggle. While a steady paycheck might feel safe, the reality is that conventional jobs often contribute to long-term financial stagnation and even decline. One of the most significant ways jobs keep people broke is through the hidden cost of commuting. Beyond the obvious expenses of gas and vehicle maintenance, there's the depreciation of your car, parking fees, professional wardrobe requirements, and the countless meals bought out of convenience. These expenses aren't typically factored into salary negotiations, yet they can consume a substantial portion of your income. The tax structure of traditional employment also works against wealth building. As an employee, you're paying the highest possible tax rates while missing out on the numerous deductions and benefits available to business owners and self-employed people. Your earnings are taxed before they ever reach your bank account, and you have limited control over tax-saving strategies. Time poverty is another crucial factor that jobs impose on workers. The standard 40-hour work week, combined with commute time and work-related obligations, leaves precious little time for developing additional income streams or pursuing wealth-building opportunities. This time constraint forces many employees to outsource various services, from home maintenance to meal preparation, further draining their financial resources. The employee mindset itself can be financially limiting. Most jobs condition workers to trade time for money in a linear fashion, creating a ceiling on earning potential. No matter how efficient or productive you become, your income remains largely fixed unless you can secure a promotion or switch employers. This model prevents the kind of exponential growth possible through entrepreneurship or investment. Healthcare benefits, often touted as a valuable part of employment compensation, can actually contribute to financial stagnation. These benefits create a form of golden handcuffs, making employees hesitant to pursue more lucrative opportunities for fear of losing coverage. The cost of these benefits is also typically deducted from your salary, reducing your take-home pay and ability to invest in wealth-building activities. The standardized raise structure in most jobs barely keeps pace with inflation, meaning many employees are essentially running in place financially. While a 3 annual increase might sound reasonable, it often fails to account for the rising costs of living, healthcare, and education. Over time, this can lead to a decline in real purchasing power, despite maintaining steady employment. Corporate cultures often encourage lifestyle inflation through subtle social pressures. From expectations about dress code to participation in office social events, these unwritten rules can lead to unnecessary spending that prevents wealth accumulation. The desire to keep up with the Joneses in professional settings can drive employees to make financial decisions that prioritize appearance over actual wealth building. The retirement savings model promoted by most employers, while better than nothing, often falls short of providing true financial security. The 401k system typically limits investment options and can carry high fees that eat into returns over time. Additionally, the matching contribution structure can create a false sense of adequate saving, while failing to account for the full scope of retirement needs. Perhaps most importantly, traditional employment generally fails to build equity or create lasting assets. While you might earn a living, you're not building ownership in anything that could appreciate or generate passive income over time. This fundamental flaw in the employment model means that most workers are perpetually dependent on their next paycheck, unable to break free from the cycle of trading time for money. Understanding these hidden costs and limitations of traditional employment is crucial for making informed decisions about your financial future. The path to true financial freedom often requires breaking free from the conventional job model and exploring alternative ways to generate income while building real, lasting wealth.